Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today, guys, we're going to do some brief technical analysis on Bitcoin, see what's been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you have not yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not check it out today? If you're looking for a little bit more from the crypto space, why not check out the Patreon services as well? Links in the description down below. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so Bitcoin paired up with USDT hourly chart, and Binance is our data source. Now, obviously, we're doing this video ahead of the Fed announcement later today, okay, and I do anticipate that to cause a bit of fluctuation here, a little bit of volatility, and I'm going to go through what I'm thinking is likely to happen, okay? So we came down yesterday, overextending this C wave down to where I thought was the most probable. We came down right back into our little yellow box area here at $37,300, okay? This actually came down to a low of $37,517, sorry, okay, all the way down there. And if I actually tidy this up a little bit and I just remove some of these patterns that were forming yesterday, I can demonstrate exactly what this looks like a little bit easier now. Okay, so basically we've got ourselves with this big A, B, and C coming down like this. Okay, we obviously have lots of overlap, and I'm still expecting ourselves to come down a little bit lower today. Okay, so we are still targeting out for the low area here of 36,266. Okay, that's the target right at the bottom here. We've got the triple C waves coming down lower. Now, if we were to think of all of this as a potential just a single A wave, for example, if I remove that and we were to say that all of this here looked like it was a single A wave coming down, and this is our B wave bounce, might go a little bit higher. Lots of resistance right up here, okay, so we aren't going to push too high in my opinion, and so I'll just park it up about here, and then we pull back down, okay. It's going to take us right back down into this sweet spot as well, okay. So we've got subwaves of subwaves of subwaves of wave counts, okay, and these are all confirming these lower areas. So essentially what we're looking for here is we're looking for a little bit higher on this push. We can see that we've already kind of got a straight up ABC move going up here. Okay, now it looks like we've got an overextended C wave again, but there's nothing overly special about that at the moment. Okay, so it just looks like we're moving up here ever so slightly. Now, when we bring the stochastic RSI into play, we can see that we're overbought, okay, and that we are, we're coming back basically from our oversold area down here. Okay, so we basically went from overbought to oversold, and now we're back into the overbought area. And you'll notice that basically by the time we come back up into this overbought area, we're actually at a lower price than we were previously. Okay, this is what the momentum indicator is trying to tell us. It is basically telling us that the momentum behind the price moving up is just not there. However, there is a greater momentum behind the price when it pulls back down. This is also something that you usually see within the volume. If we throw the volume on here, you can see that there's a higher volume of people wanting to sell, okay, and there is very little volume actually trying to push the price up. Okay, this tells you that the sentiment is not where it wants to be, and it means that the momentum behind the price is down, not up. Okay, and so this basically just helps us understand a few things about where the market is and what is probable next. Okay, so essentially, we should be thinking 36,200. I'm thinking this is where we are likely to be today. Again, really hard to say exactly on timing, but based on everything I've been talking about over the last couple of days, 36,266 is the target, and it is being targeted, I believe, on the back of this Fed announcement. Okay, I think it's going to react badly, and I do expect ourselves to pull back down here. Now, depending on how bad that goes, we may also just hit the $34,000 target if, of course, what they announce is just brutal to the markets and it just bleeds out. We could quite easily come all the way down to that $34,000 target. That is not the objective of what we're trying to do here, though. Our objective is 36,266. Okay, so we want to get a bounce from this area. Okay, so we want a reaction and we want it to be, you know, bad enough that we come down here, then we want people to basically be looking at the market saying, actually, this is a good time to buy, and we want to be targeting up at about $40,000 or so, okay? So that's kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for a reaction to get basically completion of these 3 touch points on 36,266, and then we're looking for a bounce to about $40,000 before we crash down towards our $34,000 target, okay? And this is kind of how I'm looking at the market. Now, after that, you know, it all is kind of fair to kind of reassess the wave counts, but the wave counts that I have at the moment are all saying 36,266, with the exception of one big move going down towards the 34,447, okay? So here we could argue that this is all one giant A wave. We bounce up and then we pull back down into that range, which is why I'm looking at this high point here. Now, if that is the case, we probably wouldn't push as high as $42,000, which is why I kind of mark out about 40,000. If we take this low point, for example, of 36,266, we run a fib from there to the top, and then we pull this down. We can see that if we were to go to $40,000, we're talking about $34,000 low point here on a 1-to-1 ratio. So if this was an entire A, we bounce up to about 40, that's our B, and then we pull back down to $34,000, that would be C. That would be a subwave count of this entire C wave, and what we've been mapping are basically subwave counts of the A wave of that entire move. So without kind of overcomplicating things, just wanted to kind of highlight the fact that we are targeting 36,000. We don't necessarily want to drop all the way down to the $34,000 in one swoop, but it is possible, and we should be open to the idea that this market bleeds out this afternoon if the news that comes out from the Fed is obviously perceived as bad. Okay. Now, the other thing that we want to kind of consider, bring back that stochastic RSI, is the 4-hourly is actually in a reasonably good spot, right? We could actually move up quite significantly higher before any damage is really done here. But the 8-hourly chart does need to pull back down. So at the same time, it's possible that we just stay in the oversold area as we have done previously without actually leaving it for this 4-hourly chart. So the hourly, the 8-hourly, and even the daily could come back down into the oversold area as we start to bleed out towards our $36,000 target. The weekly chart is, from a stochastic RSI perspective, actually correcting down quite nicely. So we're almost down in the oversold area now, and that is something that we've been monitoring for quite some time, and something that we want to kind of see kind of come down and complete that move. So yeah, essentially that's looking pretty good. I'm not too concerned with this one at the moment, as we are still talking about going down towards $34,000. I think that's going to put us in a nice oversold area overall here on the weekly. So yeah, essentially guys, not too much to really talk about at this point. Just expect a little bit of volatility here as we push up a little bit further maybe, and then obviously pull back down towards our target is kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen this afternoon. But guys, if you found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.